as I freshen your memory of who the true father of your child is.
No, God, no.
A little shaky, aren't we? I'm glad to see you're still affected from our last meeting.
Why did you want to meet me here? What do you want?
I wanted to see if the message finally got through.
Of course it did, Frank, but you didn't have to scare me.
Oh, yes, I did. You were forgetting who's in control. Too bad your former friends interrupted.
And what would you have done if they hadn't interrupted?
Gee, the possibilities are endless. Gives you something to think about, doesn't it?
I'm not gonna cross you, Frank.
Good. Because things are finally working out for me, and I don't want you screwing anything up.
Well, I'm glad things are working out for you.
I bet you are. My little cash giveaway in the park got the public back on my side. They know I only want to do good things in this town. Did you know the cops are even on my side?
No, but that's great.
Of course it is. Because if I'm happy, your secret's safe.
I was just thinking, since your life is going so great, now that,
Yeah, spit it out, Livy.
Well, you see, my life is going really, really good, too. And, look, maybe we could just, like, kind of leave each other alone. Now, Frank, please, I don't see any reason for us to interact anymore. I mean, this isn't your baby, and you don't want to claim it, remember?
For the record, this is my baby. But no, I don't want the child.
Good. That's great, so we can just go our separate ways.
Wrong again. You're going to help me.
Help you? Why?
Do I have to remind you of the other option, Livy? My job is to get rid of evil people, and you certainly qualify.
But I don't understand. How can I help you?
By letting me know what your beloved husband is up to.
So you're asking me to spy on Rafe?
Not asking. Tell me. It's what you will do.
Now you can get great pictures from a one-time use camera.
Here I have this great job, and the last thing I want to do is work.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Somehow there's this guy who really gets to me. And every time he's around, I can't concentrate on anything else.
I know it got to me.
I'm hoping it's me.
Yes, but... Well, you know, when Chris Ramsey was in the park and he was giving away like $1 million in cash, and I mean, you had this fat story just sitting right in your lap, like career-breaking.
Yeah, and I came looking for you instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That actually kind of surprised me, too. I've been so focused on trying to get my career started that I've never thought about or given much time to dating. But something about you is just different. from the very beginning. All I know is that I just couldn't let you walk away. I couldn't do that. I didn't want to blow it.
Well, you didn't. Actually, I was afraid that I blew it. You know, acting like a little 14-year-old kid with this whole Ricky thing going on. So,
At least I finally knew that you liked me a little too, maybe.
Well, I like you more than a little, and you know that. It just felt so good to matter that much to somebody. It's just been a long time.
I am really excited about this job. I'm so psyched. But honestly, the best thing about coming to Port Charles has been meeting you, Jamal.
Love to you.
Let's say this shroud is there to protect the Avatar, yeah? How do we trap him long enough to rip it off his head?
I'm not quite sure. You got any ideas?
No, I don't. I mean, what do we know about him? And he likes... I'd say he needs people's adoration to do his work.
Yeah, we've definitely interfered with that.
Interfered a lot. And I think we've pushed him to a point where he took risks that he doesn't like to take.
Okay, keep coming. What are you saying?
Why is he here in this place? Why doesn't he go some other place where he won't be interfered with?
It's a good question. The host ties to this town must be very strong. There's gotta be something.
Bear with me on this. What if his ties to the town are a woman?
I guess maybe that could be. If that is, then we can find out who she is.
Yes, and we could maybe get close enough to this thing to disroute him.
Right, well, there's a lot of ifs, but that's a good place to start, I guess. Look, I actually gotta get home, make sure Libby's okay.
All right. I'm gonna go see a friend of mine.
Well, we'll talk later, brainstorm.
Sounds good.
All right. What is it, Avatar? What's keeping you here, huh?
I love listening to your heartbeat. It races so fast after we've made love. Are you as tired as I am?
Oh.
What?
I totally forgot. I promised to take over a shift tonight.
You're kidding me.
No. It was a last-minute switch, and I forgot to write it down.
Okay, fine. I'll drive you.
No. Then I won't have my own car at the hospital.
Karen, I don't like you driving at night alone.
Look, I'll pull up right to the entrance, and I'll get one of the guards to walk me in, okay?
Okay. Hey. Call me, all right?
I will.
All right. Don't screw this up, Garza.
I cannot spy on Ray, Frank. I just can't.
This isn't up for negotiation, Livy.
But he's finally starting to fall in love with me.
Right.
He is. Things are changing between us, and I don't want to mess that up.
If you want to keep this sham of a marriage intact, then don't disobey me.
Look, I've tried to stop Ray from coming after you.
And failed. over and over again. Your only use to me now is information.
Okay, but if Rafe isn't gonna leave you alone, wouldn't it make more sense for you to just leave?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
This isn't about me.
Everything is about you.
No, it's just you have done so much good in this town. This is all because of you. And think about it. There are so many other towns, countries that need you. Why stay here if Rafe is a threat to you?
Rafe won't be a threat to me because you're going to make me aware of his every move.
I don't understand,
You don't
Frank.
have to understand.
You can go anywhere in this world.
But I'm not. So do as you're told.
It's Karen, isn't it? That's why you're staying. You're still hung up on Karen.
It's about time you...
This mattress.
Take your dirty feet off.
Bye, Ricky. I love you.
Oh, Eve. I miss you so much, girlfriend. You know, it's really hard not having my best friend here, because I can really use your advice right now. You wouldn't even recognize my life, so much has changed. I'm with a new guy, Ricky Garza. He's pretty great. We have a lot of fun together. And about a half hour ago, we had the best sex ever. But the whole time, I was thinking about another man. I know it's crazy because I don't even know who he is. I mean, everybody calls him Lancelot because he's been protecting all the women in the town. And he has this sense of purpose and mystery about him. I can't get him out of my head. And I don't know how, but I think I've affected him too. And even though he protects everyone, I really think he desires me. God, I know this sounds so bizarre, but last night, Lancelot carried me away. Even though I wasn't in any danger, he took me to the place where he lives. And it was so exhilarating. I can't even explain it. I really think I'm the only woman he's let in this much. He told me I'm beautiful, and when he touched me, it was so electric. I don't know what it is, but I just can't let him go. And the funny thing is, I think he feels the same way about me.
It is Karen. God, you're still in love with her? But isn't she with Ricky now? Hey, doesn't that hurt more to stay since you know you can't have her?
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Don't talk about Karen. Don't ever mention her name.
You're hurting me.
You don't know what pain is.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles, Torn.
Saturday on the next Port Charles.
I will sleep on the couch. Allison, this is really not a big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal because I think that you think we're going to sleep together.
Let's keep this between the three of us.
Of course.
Our ticket to the Avatar is Karen Wexler.
Did you miss seeing Port Charles this week? Be there for the SoapNet Marathon of all this week's Port Charles episodes, Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Log on to SoapNet.com for your complete schedule. SoapNet. Soap watching made easy.
Watch today's episodes of All My Children and One Life to Live. Then stay tuned for General Hospital, only on SoapNet.
Saturdays at 3:30. Watch the Port Charles Marathon. Desperate to discover the truth.
The shroud has to be where the Avatar gets his powers. It's like a lifeline.
How can we trap him long enough to rip it off his head?
They found the perfect pawn.
We can use Karen to lure the Avatar out in the open, and then we can trap it.
Will they discover the one they've been fighting as one of their own? Port Charles Torn. Watch this week's Port Charles Marathon, Saturday starting at 3:30 on SoapNet.